Welcome to the AACFB's 2023 Meet the Funder webinar series. My name is Monica Harper. I'm the Executive Director of the AACFB, and I'll be your host. Our presenter today is Patrick Kaufman from Balboa Capital. Balboa Capital is both a funding source member and a gold sponsor of the AACFB, and I'd like to thank them for their support of the association. Before I turn it over to Patrick, I would like to go over a few items to make this webinar more enjoyable and informative for everyone. During the presentation, you should see a Q&A box that allows you to ask questions. If you have any questions during the presentation, please submit your questions in the box and they should be answered by the end of the webinar. Please reserve the chat box for communication between attendees. The entire webinar should take no more than 30 to 45 minutes. And for those who would like to review this webinar at a later date, it will be posted on the 2023 Meet the Funder page of the website, and it will be emailed out to the membership. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to Patrick. Patrick, it's all yours.
Thank you, Monica. I really appreciate the time. Balboa Capital Corporation is a financially technological company. We're headquartered in Costa Mesa, California, and we were originally formed in 1988. Balboa offers funding solutions to small to medium-sized businesses, rather, across many different types of industries nationwide, and it's no secret that getting growth capital can be difficult for your customers that may have low credit scores, cash flow problems, and lack of collateral, and it can sometimes prevent business owners from securing the equipment and loans that they need, and that's where Balboa comes in. We've developed a highly advanced program, and we serve over 60,000 customers with back offices that support all over the U.S. We have over 200 employees that support us, and we offer small business funding options with simple qualification requirements, competitive rates, and flexible terms. Now, Balboa is a division of Ameris Bank, who purchased Balboa about 2 years ago. Ameris Bank is a subsidiary of Ameris Bank Corp, which is a publicly traded company and has been around for over 50 years. Ameris Bank has 165 branches throughout the Southeast and Mid-Atlantic. And when Ameris acquired Balboa, it gave us more products like, for instance, small business loans, SBA loans. Whoops, sorry about that. I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. Again, we offered small business loans, equipment financing, commercial financing, vendor financing, franchise financing. And most important for you as a broker is that since we are bank owned, we are exempt from all the disclosure laws and state licensing requirements for brokers. I know in California especially, that's kind of a key, and it's kind of quickly going across the U.S. I know Utah is one of them, and I believe New York that requires the licensing. Again, we're technologically driven and have spent millions of dollars designing a special portal that enables you as brokers to process applications from start to funding, and gives you opportunities to keep track of all your customers, what they've done, and the all different types of records and opportunities to set goals and things with us. And you can access what we call Portal360 almost anywhere that there's internet throughout the world. I have a broker down in Colombia right now that's and one in England. They're both using the portal to submit applications. The application process is very easy. In fact, you can even send our application to your customer, and it automatically downloads back into the portal and in your name. all e-signature applications. All documents are e-signature. Processing an application just takes minutes from an approval or a decline, or for additional information that we might need to get the formal approval done. And we offer a true app-only program, meaning just that. If a customer has comparable debt and has a FICO score above 650, we may not even need bank statements to approve the application. We have a startup program for businesses that are anywhere from 7 months old to 24 months. And we also have a corporate-only program where the customer's credit bureau isn't even pulled. If we do a credit bureau report or pull, it's always 100% soft pull. Equipment Finance Broker Program, and here is what we generally look at. We look at credit profiles from A through E, all U.S. locations. We finance anywhere from $5,000 to $2 million. We look at comparable debt, comparable credit when we look at 50% of the request. If there isn't a lot of debt, then we may ask for bank statements, and depending on the size of the transaction, we may ask for tax returns or audited financials. Of course, bankruptcy needs to be at least 7 years old, and we don't allow for more than one bankruptcy. Suits and any liens that might be there, they have to be cleared first. A PG is required for all businesses under 10 years in time and less than 25 employees. All our docs, again, are e-signature, and we're currently doing away with the verbal funding calls that we do or have done, and so that eliminates some time and the ability to get something processed a lot faster. And all our payments are collected via ACH. And now for title equipment, we don't require a power of attorney, and no certificate of insurance is required at funding, just to evidence that they do have insurance. And of course, trailers, if they're under $25,000, we don't need to have them titled at all. Now, we do prefer that the vendor process the title, but we can do it in-house as well. So it's just a preference of what the customer wants to do. Our private label program offers all docs to be in the broker company's name. We still service the debt, but Balboa Capital is not listed on any of the documents that go out to the customer. And it's really not a large commitment for the broker to be a private label funder or private label company. We offer and importantly, a broker, we do not hold credit bureau report on a broker. Again, we're a small team, but we're heavily backed by a great support team that can pretty much take care of all your customers' equipment needs and any issues that might arise. I greatly appreciate your time and want to thank Monica for allowing us to do this, and turn the time over back to Monica for any questions that you might have for us.
Great. We do have one question. I just want to remind everyone, if you have a question, please type it in the Q&A box and we'll get that answered for you. First question, what is the minimum FICO score for startups, assuming you need bank statements, etc.?
We usually look at a 640 of FICO score.
Okay. They would like to see the slide with your contact information.
Of course. There we go. Any
And,
one of us can help. You, Vicky Shimkus is our manager. And any one of us, if you can't reach us, feel free to contact Vicky. She will reach out and hunt us down.
Great. And Les is asking if you can email the slide deck, and I can send you that contact information if you want.
Okay, absolutely.
And he wants to know if you can expound on the vendor financing program.
The vendor financing program.
Mhm.
Well, as far as we do offer, if a particular vendor has customers that they want to acquire equipment, basically they become, well, you as a broker would represent the vendor. They would be your particular customer, and any transactions that would come forward with them would be part of you, if that's what you mean.
I'm not sure. Do you provide MCAs and or loans?
We do have a working capital department, and I can forward that information to anyone who asks for it. The channel that I'm particularly part of is the equipment side, but our working capital is very large and has great products and services available. They also use the same portal that we have. When you access the portal, you have two options for equipment and for working capital. It needs to be approved prior to, but pretty easy to get that available for you.
Are private party transactions okay?
Private party are not okay with us at this time.
Give me just a minute for any other questions. Well, it looks like that's all our questions. So
If you do have any further questions, go ahead and email any one of us. We'd be more than happy to respond very quickly on any questions that you might have.
great. Since there's no other questions, we'll wrap this up. I want to say a big thanks to all our participants, especially our valued funding source member and gold sponsor, Balboa Capital. Thanks for a great job. And we invite everyone to see Balboa Capital in person at the Commercial Financing Expo coming up this September in Orlando. Thanks again for joining us and have a great day.
Thank you.